to the earth, riches, and wisdom. So we have, even right there...
What's his name?
This is an emergency transmission from FEMA Region 6 in occupied North America.
There is a war. It's happening now. It will decide the fate of humanity. The time to choose sides has come. We are the resistance. We are the info war. We are going to get into an issue of the First Amendment and how far does the First Amendment go to protect what you say. Now, we have an article up on Infowars.com dealing with the Fox Brothers studios that are very talented, who've put out now 2 seasons of Obama doing battle with Conrad the Constitution. And I and Ron Paul and others have featured in some of their past episodes. Some have gotten millions of views, others just tens of thousands. They contacted us, and so we got them on in the email and said, I just wanted to let you guys know the Secret Service has been in contact with my family and is coming to interview me soon about our latest episode. If I end up disappearing, you'll know why. The email states. Now, joining us on Skype is Tim Fox and his brother Jay Fox on the phone. Tim, first off, your family's been contacted by the Secret Service. Have they come after you as a thought criminal yet? Have they visited you yet?
Yes, thank you for having me on, Alex. It's good to be on. And yes, the Secret Service did visit me.
So since we got your email last night, they've come. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, they first came to my parents' home, and my dad gave me a call and said, "Hey, the Secret Service is here to talk to you." And at first, I was like, "Sure, Dad." I was pretty sure he was joking with me, but
I thought you had some hookers.
Like, no, they're really here, and they want to talk with you. They first they came to the door. They said, "I think you probably know why we're here. Are you one of the Fox brothers?" I was like, "Yes." They're like, "You're with Conrad the Constitution?" Like, "Yes, I know why you're here." And she said, "Yeah, Secret Service." Showed me her badge, and they came in. They just wanted to talk. They said about the episode because they had been getting a lot of calls or emails, I assume, from concerned citizens.
Yeah, good little snitches. Well, I mean, the issue is it's a public video, and it's clearly satire, and it's clearly a bad dream he had where he said, I don't kill people without due process. We would never do that. But then you point out Obama's doing exactly what's wrong. I mean, that's the essence of it, right?
That's exactly what we were going for. And I explained that to them, that we are, of course, we would never want any harm to come to the president. It's clearly satire, and that we're trying to point out the hypocrisy of how our president will just assassinate American citizens without any due process that has been given to them by their Constitution. And just what's going on. I mean, in today's day and age, you kind of have to do something a little edgy to draw people in. So that's
well said. Well, we'll update the article. You've now officially been visited. So how long were they there? What else did they say?
They were here about probably 5 minutes. Seemed longer when you're getting interviewed by the Secret Service. But, yeah, they basically said, we don't believe you're an issue. Both of us don't think it's a real problem, but we are supposed to come out and, do a follow-up just to make sure.
Sure. I mean, if you wouldn't have had Conrad saying it's wrong to kill the president at the end, you might have started to have an issue. But clearly, you're saying it's wrong to kill the president until he's been found guilty of high treason. Now, let's bring in your thought crime brother. Did you get a visit as well, Jay, or did just your brother Tim get it?
Actually, so far I've avoided being visited by the Secret Service. They first came to my parents' house, and at that point in time, I was up in L.A. With Tim. But later that night, I drove down to San Diego, so they missed their opportunity to talk to me.
Well, how dare you talk about the Lord and Savior, as Jamie Foxx calls him. This video is going to end up going viral. I think it's going to backfire on the tattletales. What do you think?
Oh, that would be great. That would be, we definitely would love to get our message out there to as many people as possible. And obviously, like you've been saying, it's not we're not trying to say that Obama should be assassinated or anything. We're saying the exact opposite, that he shouldn't be assassinating American citizens.
And Conrad says it's wrong to kill the president without due process. I totally agree with that. What do you want to relay about your experience and where all this is going? When you dovetail it with Dinesh D'Souza being arrested, governors that don't toe the line being arrested, calls for FCC people even in newsrooms of print publications. I mean, this looks like a reign of terror.
Jay, you want to take that or you want me to go?
You know what? Yeah, I'll touch on that. You know, it is very concerning. You know, these events have been occurring as far as that relate to the First Amendment and freedom of the press. And, of course, my brother and I are kind of concerned that something like that could happen to us, but we're not going to let that get in the way of keep us from getting our message out there. So we'll keep making videos.
Sure. Well, it's satire to point out he's killing people without due process, and some idiots out there don't get it and think you're being provocateurs. Tim, what's your take on what I just asked?
Oh, yeah, exactly what you're saying. It's really scary, and I think what's even scarier is just the people like my age and Jay's age and the friends we talk to. I think a lot of our generation, which scares me, don't realize the rights we have within the Constitution, because I'll talk to people that I recently just talked to about being visited by the Secret Service and about my video. They're like, well, are they going to make you take it down? Or are you going to take it down? Like, no, they can't make me take it down. There's this thing, it's called the First Amendment. I'm well within my rights, and I think that's why me and Jay started this show, was just to try and educate everyone, but mostly point it towards the younger generation, so that they realize that we do have a Constitution, while it might be getting chipped away every day, or not might be, but is. It's still there, and we have to educate everyone about it.
And we have to restore it. Well, what's coming up next for Conrad, Tim and Jay? What's the next episode going to be about?
Well, we're not too sure right now. We're just going to sit back and watch what happens, and I'm sure there'll be something that happens that will violate Conrad. So these politicians are really writing the show for us. There's unfortunately too much content for the show.
You could have Obama walking around in it telling people, you didn't write that essay, you didn't build that building. And then everybody goes, Obama did. And then literally he's like a queen bee ant or something, and the whole world just comes out of his rear end or something. Maybe that, like everything, just assembly lines, you name it. It's like it's a Costco. Symbols are powerful, and the globalists have hijacked the symbols of America. They've turned them into their own symbols. Well, we are restoring the idea of the true republic, not the counterfeit globalist empire, by promoting the icon George Washington and others. That's why we're rolling out an 100% made in America line of incredible pro-liberty apparel. We are repopularizing liberty. We are helping fellow Americans rediscover what made this country great. We are the spirit of 1776. We are 1776 worldwide. We are all brothers and sisters in arms in the animating contest of liberty in the long march towards humanity's ultimate destiny of freedom. Visit madein1776.com today and vote with your dollars to promote truly made in America, high-quality products, and promote the ideals of liberty.